We need to table this item and would like to request our meeting on Monday at 6 o'clock so that we can interview the applicants thereof. Councilman Hart.
Is that a motion or a second?
No. All right, thank you.
Councilmember what?
Madam Clerk?
Hold on. For the record, the motion was for a meeting to be held on Monday at 6 p.m. in order to interview applicants for the Petersburg Redevelopment and Housing Authority. Okay. Councilmember Coleman.
Aye.
Councilmember Hart.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Councilmember Moore.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson Smith.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Perm.
Aye.
Aaron Myers. Motion passed. The next item is item 9D, which is the renewal of the lease agreement for the property at 835 Commerce Street, which was moved to the consent agenda for approval. I just want to make sure everybody is on consensus that it was done. Thank you. Item C, a request to waive a public hearing prior to the Department of Corrections relocation to 151 Wagner Road. It is my understanding that it's being removed from the agenda. And now we'll take items from council members. Councilwoman Wilson Smith.
Yes, I would like to, first of all, thank all of you for coming to your city council meeting. I would like to take the time to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Secondly, I would like to say farewell to two of my colleagues, to Council Member Brian Moore and Council Member David Ray Coleman. It has been a pleasure to have worked with you both. I wish you much success in the future and peace going forward. And I have no other items.
Thank you. Councilmember Hart.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to wish you all a happy holidays for the upcoming holidays. I also want to thank those individuals that came out a few weeks ago to help clean up Exit 52. I appreciate your work in helping us clean up these exits around, so I do appreciate all you do. I also want to give a farewell to Council Members Coleman and Moore. Happy retirement. Two other things that I asked that council and the bar group look into, and that is that of the cigarette tax. See if we can reverse or at least reduce that amount on the cigarette tax. It is hurting our local businesses as people are going elsewhere to buy these products. And also to look into the going back and removing the 10% reduction on employees. Thank you.
Councilmember Coleman.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to thank our city attorney, City Attorney Preston, for attending my last council meeting. He did an excellent job. He informed us the city, where the city is and where the city is going. And thank you so much, Mr. Attorney. Also, I want to thank my colleague, Councilman Hart, for also attending that meeting, and former City Councilman Ken Pritchard for attending that meeting. And the citizens, thank you so much. That was my last ward meeting. Also, this is my last council meeting, and I want to thank the citizens of Ward 6 for electing me twice to this position, and also the citizens of Petersburg for your support. I will be leaving City Council, but I will not be leaving the City of Petersburg. Therefore, I will continue to do my best to see that Petersburg move forward, and only the best happen to the City of Petersburg. And also, I'd like to say a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year, safe New Year, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Councilmember Moore.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Merry Christmas to all. Blessings for you and your families. It's been 12 and a half years. I thank all my colleagues, all my former colleagues that are on the audience. I think about my colleague, the late Mike Ross, Vice Mayor, great friend of mine, miss him dearly. It has been a tough year, but the city will make it. We'll have to work hard and keep making the tough decisions, get who you need in the proper roles. And I supported Robert Bob Group coming here. I think that was a very positive move. I hope that we would take the information that's received and do the best you can. Again, it was stated that I might feel relief. Well, there won't be any relief until the city's in relief, because I live here, I raised all my children here, and I plan on staying right there on Claremont Street, right down the street from St. Mark's. So, thank you for everything, council members, and thank you to citizens, and may God bless the city of Petersburg.
Councilmember Hill.
Yes, good evening. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I'd like to thank the Citizens Review Board for looking over our charter. I'd like to thank the Robert Bog Group for the short-term loan they've acquired. We really need that, just give us a little breathing room. I'd like to thank the two council persons for their service to our city. I know it's been a rough year for us, especially with some of us just coming on, but we still may give you a phone call here and there for some information that may come up in the future. So I'd like to thank you all for your dedication to your city, Councilman Moore and Councilman Coleman. I also want to give my condolences to those individuals who lost their loved ones during the tragic shootings. I would do all I can as a council person to get the right person and to bring the city back, or bring law and order back to the city. I do realize what's going on. I do have a daughter that's in the school system, and I realize the dangers of her just walking to her bus. So this is not something that I take lightly, and I have been talking to the community. I've been out with at the YMCA when they do basketball games and stuff like that in the evening, talking to our youth. So this is something that's near and dear to my heart, and something that I ran on. So, I just, my heart goes out to the families, and I know some of them, so I am aware of what's going on.
Vice Mayor Pern.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I want to wish each one of you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and wish all the peace and prosperity for you and your loved ones. My first order of business I want to take care is we lost Mr. Wirt Smith this past year, and we have open and left that he was a great person and a strong member of our Economic Development Authority. And I'd like to make a motion to appoint Mr. Michael Packer to replace him on the Economic Development Authority Board.
Second. Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Cole.
Aye.
Councilmember Hart.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Councilmember Moore.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson Smith. Vice Mayor Pern.
Aye.
Mayor Meyer.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Also, would like to thank Mr. Ray Coleman and Mr. Moore for all your great service here. It was good having you here as a resource to connect the past. We're dealing with some very grave issues, and you standing with us has been a great asset throughout this rough year that we've had. So we have some bigger problems that we have to face in the next year, and I know this council will be up to making those tough decisions in order to keep the city afloat and keep the city of Petersburg alive and thriving. So thank you both, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Mayor Myers.
All right, I'd like to take this time to say thank you to the two members who are leaving City Council. We appreciate your service on behalf of the council, City of Petersburg. We're going to miss you and your institutional knowledge as well. So thank you all for your service. And if the Vice Mayor and the Clerk and the Council would join me in providing the certificates of appreciation.
If possible, can everybody join me at the podium, please? Okay, as they read, Mayor W. Howard Myers presents the certificate of recognition to the Honorable Brian A. Moore. It is with immense pleasure on behalf of the Petersburg City Council to bestow this certificate of recognition to our former mayor and council member for his 12 years of relentless service of excellence and dedication to the City of Petersburg, as well as his achievements of superior and exemplary performance to our community. His accomplishments are a testament to his immeasurable character and service of his elected duty. Presented this 13th day of December 2016. Signed, Mayor W. Howard Myers and Vice Mayor Sam Fern. Also, Mayor W. Howard Myers presents this certificate of recognition to the Honorable David Ray Coleman. It is with immense pleasure on behalf of the Petersburg City Council to bestow this certificate of recognition to our council member for his 9 years of relentless service of excellence and dedication to the City of Petersburg, as well as his accomplishments of superior and exemplary performance to our community. His accomplishments are a testament to his immeasurable character and the service of his elected duty. Presented this 13th day of December 2016. Signed, Mayor W. Howard Myers and Vice Mayor Samuel Fern. You have any further items, Mayor Myers?
No, Merry Christmas to all.
The next item, actually, can we get a round of applause to Councilmember Moore and Councilmember Coleman, please?
Item 10, the amendment agenda. We have 3 items. Item A, Robert Bobby will do a financial and operational update. And item B, they will talk about unsolicited proposals under public, private, and education